Alan says in the middle of the... And that's the leader! That's the leader going slowly! That's the leader of this motor race! What's going on? The Porsche #1 with Andre Lotterer is slowing! And he's got a 13-lap lead. He's got to get that thing back to the finish. And this is enormous drama, because if he has a massive problem and he's going so slowly, he's coasting, Alan. I can't even believe he's under electric power.
That's at Tête Rouge.
Downhill.
Yeah, he's got a long, long way to go here, and it's the Tête Rouge, as you say there, Peter, and he's on the inside and he is coasting. And so it looks like that's going to be... Here's the team radio. We've got the team radio from the car. Andre Lotterer inside the driver.
No oil pressure. Guys, what's happening?
Oh,
engine off, engine off.
No oil pressure.
Engine's gone.
No oil pressure. Switch it off, so it's coming back on electrical power. The V4 looks to have a problem, and so the engine's off. So he's now trying to get this thing back on electrical power, and that's what they said there. Switch engine off. My goodness, the drama continues. So now Brendan Hartley is the one that could ultimately win this race.
Yes, from nearly dead last. Oh my goodness, look at Lotterer, look at Lotterer. He can't believe it, he's throwing his hands up in his face. Mamma mia kind of sign with his hands. And when there's no oil pressure, there's no oil, Alan. And there's no oil, and that engine ain't gonna last. If that's the problem.
Got to get back to the pits first.
They know, they know.
Well, they're in a sort of bittersweet situation here, because Andre's obviously in this car. Second is the Brendan Hartley car in category. However, that means that when we go, we've got another 14 laps for Oliver Jarvis, and then he will be leading outright in an LMP2 car if this #1 Porsche doesn't get back to the pits and have some sort of fix to a problem that it looks like we don't have a fix for.
So they've got to limp it back on electric power. You say there's enough power in the hybrid to get it back. You have a limp home mode. You have to have a limp home mode. You've got to be able to do one lap, because if you come out the pits and you've got a problem, you've got to get it back to the pits. And the only way to do it is to limp it home, even if it's the slowest lap you could even imagine, and slower than walking. It's better to be home, back in the pits, and have a chance of doing something than stuck out on the circuit. Dr. Porsche there standing in the pits just can't believe his eyes that potential 19th victory for the Mark, but also a 4th victory for Andre, is just seems to be slipping away. 28 kilometers per hour. You can cycle much faster than that. That's 17 miles an hour.
That is a long way back at 17 miles an hour.
Oh, he's just toodling, and there's Oliver Jarvis, I think, passing in the LMP2 car as well, just overtaken.
Yes, so he's unlapped himself. He's got 12 more times to unlap himself, which we reckon will take about 3/4 of an hour, and there's 3 hours and 47 minutes remaining. Oh my goodness me!
So Oliver Jarvis, who
leaves Audi,
has been trying to win this race in an LMP1 car for so long, jumps in a P2 and has got a possibility to win outright. It's just a fairy tale in some respects, but let's take a breath here, guys, because we have seen situations like this happen much, much later in the race. There's still 4 hours to go. There's still 2.5 Formula 1 Grand Prix, give or take, or 2 Grand Prix to come. And right now, there's a lot of things that can still happen. This is still a race of attrition and a bit of drama right now with 3 hours, 46 minutes to go with the leader.
Right, let's come back. Can you help me here, Alan? Brendan Hartley is in the #2 Porsche.
Hold on a second.
Let's see if he can win this race.
Right going on and off throttle, slowly.
Yeah, they've had a bit of a debrief trying to go on and off throttle.
He's scrolling through buttons on the wheel.